Hello everyone. It is your boy Slayer. It's been a little bit, enjoying the new job and shit. Um, got the new job that I mentioned I think the last two videos ago. But yeah, I finally got my job. I've been busy, working like 40 to 50 hour weeks. I think I literally worked 55 hours last week. I was supposed to make a video last week because it was my birthday last week. I am now 21, big 21. I popped like 5 to 6 soju bottles that day. It was pretty fun. But yeah, the main reason why I've been delaying my shit is because I really don't know what the fuck to talk about. Like, I was in my, boohoo, emotional shit that I wanted to talk about with you guys. But, it's like when you're out of that environment for a very long time, you don't have anything to say about that environment no more. When you're finally out of it, you no longer think about that. So when you're trying to go back and think about it, it's hard to have that same connection that you used to have. But today we're gonna be talking about some zombies. Okay, today we're gonna be light work. We're gonna talk about some zombies today. I'm pretty sure if I check, I'm pretty sure BO7 has not come out yet, but we did have the beta. Now, I did play the beta for like one match, okay? And my thoughts about the beta is I need to see more before I make a final decision, because I'm not gonna lie, to me, it feels like BO7 is just BO6 with a band-aid over it. I feel like BO7 is just BO6, but it's gonna be like a little bit better. Now, my biggest criticism of the game is the map specifically is I hate the bear. The fucking zombie bear, he's cool on paper, but I hate him to a burning passion. He is so annoying. But the little car, that was cool. From the trailer, that shit was fire. But I'm not gonna lie, I do miss old zombies. Now, I'm gonna sound like every other content creator when they're talking about zombies, and I know. Okay, but listen, you guys gotta hear me out, okay? I just feel like the way modern zombies is going is not the way I wanted it to go. And that's fine. Some people enjoy modern zombies, and to those people that enjoy, modern zombies, I can never understand you, and I will never be able to see it the way you do, but props to you guys for seeing it, because I really could never. So props to you guys. That takes a lot of talent to be able to enjoy modern zombies. I shout out to y'all. But talking about modern zombies and how things changed, I remember when I was playing Cold War for the first time. I like Cold War. I feel like Cold War was like, okay, this is what we want new zombies to be, and if they continued with the way they did Cold War, I think it would be fine. I would enjoy zombies if they continued with Cold War. But I'm not gonna lie, the maps were dog shit. Like, Outbreak was a very good idea, and I enjoyed it. In open world zombies, it was fun. But the way they handled it, and then a lot of the things that's happening behind the scenes now with AI voice lines, and it just doesn't make sense to me, And it's like, especially the crew. Now, when talking about the new crew, right, from BO6, the biggest issue with the crew that I have is they only build upon one character, Mila. Terminus was a phenomenal map, a really good way to introduce a character, you know, her backstory, and it was really, really cool to have her brother as like one of the boss fights. That was pretty cool. The only issue is after that, they didn't build upon nobody. Every single map that was supposed to be for a character, it was either a filler or just the dialogue and the story itself wasn't grabbing you. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't pulling your attention. And a lot of it is because of the AI slop that they had to deal with. For the people that don't know, they went through an entire strike, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but they went on like an AI strike because they were protecting their voices, and a lot of the people who were voice acting quit or left or refused to just voice act, and a lot of them got replaced with AI. I'm pretty sure Sam voice lines got replaced with AI, and it's just why, you know. And then this is, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this video is going to be bashing on BO6 because, you know, it's the latest zombies, and as somebody who now only plays BO3, I'm probably gonna be playing BO3 forever. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna play a modern day zombies. Maybe I will try BO7 after like more maps come out. For anyone who hasn't seen Tim Hansen's video, his opinion on BO7 I completely agree with. I'm going to wait a while before I even consider buying BO7. Probably gonna wait till like February when like 2 maps come out, maybe see how it's looking like, because the problem that I had with BO6 was the maps fell off so hard. Like, listen, Citadel, people that love and people that support Citadel, props to you. You know, I hear you guys out. You know, you guys make some solid points. However, I just don't understand the concept of releasing these elemental swords just to be useless. They're dog shit. It's like, I don't understand that. Like, imagine you're playing Horizon Drag and you get to the boss fight, you do the entire storyline to get these elemental bows, and then once you get to the boss fight and you're spamming your new bow that you went so much work to get, it doesn't do shit to the boss. Like, why would anyone enjoy that? You know what I mean? It's like when I played Citadel, you know, I got the elemental swords, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the elemental swords, like the powers themselves. But when I was using elemental swords and I went to that boss fight, and you're telling me that I was out here slashing using my entire ability and that shit doesn't do shit to the boss? You're telling me he's a bullet sponge? No. Bro, it was so bad that we had a screwdriver one-shotting the boss. Does anybody remember that? That shit was funny. It's like, how can you do that? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. And the tomb. The tomb! For people that don't know, when I streamed the tomb with a good friend of mine, you know, my boy Zarbs, I put his channel up and everything. Me and Zarbs were playing the tomb. Right now, my first day of the tomb, I don't take into consideration too hard because I'm pretty sure I just got unlucky with glitches and a lot of the issues that happened that day. But there was a lot of glitches on my first playthrough. A lot of the steps were just glitching out. A lot of the zombies were going invisible for me. What's it called? I remember this one glitch with the orb where it, like, we turn it on, like we do the step so that the orb can spawn, like we do the rock, right? I'm sure I remember like the step like in my head, but like I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, the orb step, right? We have to follow the orb. Every time we would activate it, even though we're super close to it, the second we activated it, it disappeared. It got destroyed. And me and Zars were getting so mad. I think it took us 4 hours just to complete the Easter egg. And I was like, okay, maybe this was just a bad run. Let me replay the map. Now, after replaying the map, I beat the Easter egg in like an hour. And after playing the map a bunch of times, it's like, why is the cutscene no dialogue and it's just some AI slop? Like, listen, for people who are gonna hate on me on some, oh my god, but the mirror is part of the Easter egg lore. You don't keep up with the lore. If you keep up with the lore, you'll understand about the mirror, because the mirror is part of the entire zombies in this entire story. I don't give a fuck. Why the fuck are we fighting the mirror again? I don't give a fuck about this mirror. I really don't. It's fuck this mirror. And then we beat the mirror. We grab it, and the cutscene is literally just going outside to a helicopter. No dialogue, because of the, I'm pretty sure it was because of the strike that was going on. But no dialogue. And then it just shows this like slideshow of like the next map, like teasing the next map. What a map. What an Easter egg. And then the step of like the waves, I hate that step. I hate that step with a burning passion. It's so annoying. Trying to get your golden shield, that shit is annoying. I hate it. The fact that they only gave us one staff, the ice staff. Like okay, yeah, sure. Like if you were gonna give us any staff, of course it's gonna be the ice staff. But like, bro, if this is a filler map and it's supposed to just be like a fun map, give us all the staffs. Like, why just give us one staff? I don't understand that. Now, the map after that I think released, I think it's like the Frozen Dawn, Shattered Veil or whatever. That map, like the mansion map, I haven't played it yet, but I heard a lot of good things about it, so I do have to try it out. I'm not gonna lie, after the tomb, I couldn't handle it no more. Now, like I said, I think for me, my prime time playing zombies is definitely BO3. BO3 to this day is still holding on so strong, and I just can't believe that it's still going. And this brings back to a point that I made in my last video, where a community can take a game so far. Even if the company is no longer supporting that game, the community just goes crazy to keep that game open. And BO3 is that prime example. You go on the workshop, there's phenomenal S tier maps. They have maps that rival a lot of the newer maps, even some old maps. There's people doing remakes of Buried, Transit, 5. There's a Call of the Dead remaster. There's a Mob of the Dead remaster. There's all these phenomenal maps on BO3. And I'm not gonna lie, I just have more fun now in BO3. And I feel like because of how strong the community is, it kept BO3 going. And thanks to the community, we have a place where we could still enjoy our favorite games. You know, we can play BO1 and BO3. We can play BO2 and BO3. Shit, we can play BO4 and BO3. Shit, now we can play BO6 and BO3. It's just crazy what the community is doing, and the community is so unique with it. Bro, I kid you not, there is a Balloons Tower Defense 6 map. Who thinks of that? To put a Balloons Tower Defense 6 map in zombies. That is phenomenal. And, you know, enough of glazing BO3, you know. But the point I'm trying to make here is a community really carries a game. And it goes for a lot of games. You know, I feel like the community can either be very healthy for the game or very bad for the game. Now, this is very hypocritical of me because I'm making a video bashing on BO6, but a lot of the community does ruin the game. Now, when I say that, you know, I want you guys to realize I don't completely am trying to bash you guys on Twitter, you know, specifically the people on Twitter, because I see a lot of hate going on people attacking each other, people, you know, going crazy each other. Like, guys, we all have our opinion. Don't go out of your way to force your opinion onto the creators, onto the community in a very negative way. There's a lot of better ways to express your opinion than full on hate, you know. And just because I go to little Timmy over there and he likes BO6 and he comes up to me and he's like, oh my god guys, I love BO6, I'm not gonna go up to little Timmy and be like, yeah, little Timmy, fuck you. Honestly, I hope you stub your toe. Next time you go to sleep, I hope that shit is warm. I hope when you wake up, there's no water in your house. So when you're thirsty, you stay in your bed thirsty at 3 a.m. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are getting a little too crazy nowadays. But I think as a community, we should just all get together, enjoy that Zombies is still going on, and enjoy the things that we do enjoy, instead of hating on the things that we don't like and forcing that hate onto people in a very, very negative way. You know, when I listen to some friends of mine who support BO6 or like modern day zombies, you know, I listen to them. You know, of course I make some jokes because, you know, they're my friends, but I listen to them. You know, at the end of the day, we all enjoy different things, and it's always good to remember that. You know, just because somebody doesn't like your opinion doesn't mean they have to, you know. And I feel like we forget about that a lot. But anyway, yeah, more of the story. BO6 is ass. Modern day zombies is trash. And BO3 is amazing. For those who follow me on Twitch or want to follow me on Twitch, I am planning on doing a marathon. I just finished my World at War marathon, where I beat every single map around like round 25, because I'm not gonna lie, World at War, boring as hell. So I just did round 25 and called it. But for BO1, I'm gonna be doing all the Easter eggs, playing every single map, and then we're gonna go into BO2, BO3, BO4, all the way to BO6, maybe BO7, depending on how it goes. But we're doing a little marathon. I should be streaming next week, depending on my work schedule. I'm also thinking of starting a new Discord. I'll let you guys know, keep you guys updated. But yeah, it's fuck BO6, it's fuck the tomb, hate that map, it's fuck the tomb, shitty ass map. But love you guys, and yeah, take care.
I need whoever like designed that map to be fired immediately, and this is not even a joke.